Okay. Okay, I will do it right now. So I will record it and also upload this video. Awesome. Yeah, as a demonstration. Yeah. And I just wait for a few minutes. So I know some of it is set up.
And this is pretty normal. Something you do on your computer last night will work fine, and then as soon as you
Yeah, next day. Yeah. Even though you see Amazon, a big tech company, yes. Oh yes, same time. Probably yes. Yes. Here's the security issue. Yeah, when we talk about it, let's say right now in the same, suppose we have one called the WAN address of the campus. Suppose like there only one, and we are under the subnet of it. So every computer getting the virtual IP. Okay, so when it detect like maybe within this moment, within 1 second, we have more than 10 requests. Suppose they should allow, because for like preventing DDoS or like for the ping, they should be more than that. And when you try to click on it, actually it's less than one. Actually, it's longer than 1 second. So suppose they won't detect it as an attack. Yeah, and for AWS, like when they host their own server as a data center too, they shouldn't have this issue. But I would say even for tech company, they still have a problem like this like minor issue. So it's common always. As a developer, we always have a problem like unexpected. It's like when you make it as a production, release it, it looks fine. But you don't know like why it suddenly it crashed when you launch it or like change the environment. Even to me, I tested yesterday or the day before, like I tried to create an account, everything goes so smooth. Yeah.
It's the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, also the network and yeah. So in different environment, we do face a lot of problems. So we try to like several times change it. So I say one thing about more sense as a developer. So we need to figure out some way to solve it. Believe you are not the only one getting the problem. So that's why we have the community. Like we can post your problem, ask if somebody get a solution. But sometimes they say, I do this like using VPN and then pass it, bypass it, and then I can get it. But sometimes they say, I follow all the steps, but it's still fails. So always happen. So try to do it. But because in the class, I cannot like check by one. So how about those? You can pass the verification. If no, maybe try to do it later. So if you still have an issue.
I just use the hotspot from my phone.
Okay, the probably is the school internet. Okay, perfect. Okay, so right now we will move on to about how to so in case we always have a problem, especially we are using the server for this class. Is I try to set a lower permission, so not maybe only attacked by your classmate, but also maybe because once all those server like getting online, there's lots of robot like the box try to doing injection, like try to hack into account and then use like zombie computer to sending DDoS. So it's gonna happen a lot. So in case if you make any mistake, so just go to state and then terminate. That means you can delete it. It takes maybe 1 or 2 minutes. Like you can delete, it takes some time to delete. But you can, in the meanwhile, you can create another new server. Okay. And next about the connect. So connect, we will using, just look at the one, because we're using our own terminal. So we can go to SSH client. So we need to do is like, okay, so open your terminal. And here's like, we always try to follow the instruction. The comment right here is say, okay, before this, remember to change the permission mode is like 400. Who knows what's 400? I think last time I asked about like, what's like 64, 775. So there we are presenting the user privilege, the user permission. So 4 is representing read only. Because they are trying to check when you try to access to the computer using their certificate. If you don't change the permission, it says like have like public to everyone. So maybe it's risk. So what they're going to do is like you need to in a command line. So this one is telling, okay, so go to command line. So right here, mine is right here, CD. I will change my to my file direction. So right here. And what do you need to do is, okay, so we would like 400. Then if I done like save my file in here, then I will do 400. If where I have it in another folder. So even you can because for the Mac computer, you can just like drag it. So it's right here. I put it right here. Because I'm using the same public key. So this key is representing kind of like your identity. It's better like if you get your own, then it's your own account. So try to keep it for yourself. And if you want to add another user, try to create another key pair for if you want to let other people access it. So you can just change the permission right here, or if there's the same path, yes.
So that's kind of like
Mhm.
your ID card to get into a building.
Yes, yeah. So just like get into a building, you can use your ID card to tap it, then you can access it. But if you don't have it, you can just do it regularly, like using your password. But this is like somebody look at your password, they will know, okay, so you type it like this one, so they will follow your key.
So if I don't connect with my
The
certificate, it
Mhm.
asks me for my password.
no, you need to choose the login method. So for this one is using the certificate. How we using the certificate to log in is right here. Okay. We are doing SSH -, is like for indicate for the password. Because this one we will attach with the certificate. And my certificate location is changed to here. So what I need to do is I need to replace it to the path. How do I with the certificate? And when we create the image, the default username is Ubuntu. And follow at is the IP address. Because we are using AWS, they're using the domain name to replace it the IP. Because actually all of this the virtual server. So they create one of part of their data center's computer for you to create your own server. And they have a kind of like VM. The idea just like VM. So when they have a physical data center and then they have one of the computer, and then they will divide the computer in different area. Like you can create image on it. So physically, the server rank have multiple, right? So when you publish, you get one IP address, and they try to assign one of the VM virtual server location. Then you have another virtual IP address. So actually, they use several layers port forwarding that you to access. So when you put all this information, they will know, okay, when you try to log in, they will forward to your computer. Okay, so once you change your permission, and when you're ready, you will see right here. Here's to me, like if I change to 400, you will see the sharing and permission is on the map. So you can see why not read only. So even to me, so when you see like to others, so it's no access. And if you don't do that, you can try without changing the permission to 400. It will pops out. So it's like how like pop text. So it's coverage. So it recommend to change to 400. And once you're ready, like finish setup, then what we're going to do is connect to the server. Only one thing. Here's an instruction. I replace with my certificate location. When you try to looking for something online, they have different version. They will put the like quotation, square bracket, showing you, this one you can replace it. So this one I need to replace with the path. So if you able to follow all the steps, you should able to see the view like this. So right now you already connect to your server. So here's the step one. Anybody is trying to do this step? Almost, okay, so I will wait for a while and, okay, yeah.
I'm up and running. I can change permission.
Changing your permission, okay. You,
To the dashboard, but we were way beyond
You were
that.
way
by the time
okay,
I got-
don't worry, I will come back. So, while I'm waiting, so, I will let somebody to access it because I know you are creating the account. So I will come back, and because I'm recording, so I will do it once again. Yeah. So once you create your instance, did you create not yet create the server yet, right?
No, I'm just got, where the account was made, we're at the dashboard, nothing else has been.
Okay, so what you need to do, first thing, do you remember about the server location? You can choose either one of these four is in the US. Because we are kind of like Dallas Central affairs, so either going connect to the east or west, it won't affect that much about the speed. So the one I'm using right now is Ohio, but you can change to California or wherever you like. Yeah. Which server is like based on your need or like thinking, okay, maybe I want to focus on the East Coast, then I will choose that one from the east. Or like I think for my business, for my server, I will locate in the west and like this. Once you choose the server location, you can go to the top left corner of the surface, go to compute and EC2. And then you can point at it, there's a star. So it's kind of like add to favorite. So once you click on here, you will see the dashboard in this page. And click the button, the orange one, is so it lets you focus on it. So you can launch it. And what you need to do, just put the name. So this name, it won't affect anything. Just let you to see, yeah. Yeah, maybe if you want to put it for your course, maybe put this course. So you know, okay, this server is for CSCI 310. And mainly what we need to do is choosing the image. The image is the Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. LTS is the long-term support. It's the most like community, and then they can guarantee like all the updates. Of course, you can try to choose the latest one, but sometimes maybe when we install other firmware or other like software, it may crash. Maybe not yet able to support it. So taking the risk, but most they can guarantee the LTS is like most of the application should be fine. I say only should be fine. Because always there's slightly something change. And after you're ready, because we don't have to change other information. So you can see that on the right-hand side summary, you can launch it. So here will be the part about create a key pair. Key pair is your public key. So once you put the name, they will be using the RSA encryption. What you need to do is choosing, yep.
I was just.
Okay, yeah. So using the RSA, there is the encryption and the file types the PM. So once you can follow this step. Yeah, so this one is the name for your file. Yes.
Just any name works, right?
Any name, yeah, even you just putting the like CSCI 310, it's okay. Even though if you're putting the name same as mine, but the encryption, like based on, because the encryption, they were adding different parameter, random values. Even though we look at the certificate, have the same name, but it represents different content. So you cannot say, okay, we have the same name, that means I'm logging into your account. No, it means not the same, because like,
So we don't need to worry about the security.
security.
Yeah, exactly.
That one will be another extra. So I'm not covered in this today's lab. This one is telling you how to create because we have so many security policy and different way to do that. If you want to do it, or let's say you can do it right now, but I will cover it later. Like what kind of like security method we can add to make your server more secure. Okay, so first step is like instead of logging in using your password, then we need to, as a developer, we need to get used to it using a certificate, using the public key and like by the encryption. Where we always using the password. And that's the most of it we need to do. So once you create, and let me go back. Remember to save your file in your computer. And next step is go to the instance. Right here, I choose, here's in case you make any mistake, yeah, just go over again. So you can delete it and create a new server. And then you can reuse your key pair. So try not to delete it. And if you forgot to add the key pair or create it, then you need to delete your server and create a new one and add your existing or create another key pair. Right now, if we are ready, we click the button connect. So we can get information. So it's an EC2 instant connect, but we are using our own terminal. So most of the time, we are not using the UI to connect it. So we want to access by ourselves. So just look at the information, SSH client. And here, I think we stop. I spend some time to talk about the permission. So remember, change it to 400. So read only by your user. And once you're ready, so here's an example to connect using SSH. Yep.
Or how are we gonna access this just by using SSH, like platform application? Buddy, or is it just gonna be a web, or is it just gonna be?
This one is a terminal. Yes, only the terminal. So SSH is using the port 22 without any UI. So we directly access to the server. Yeah. So without any UI. If some high end or like some router, if you look at it, okay. So if you try to copy the IP address of your router, most of the time from let's say you're using Google Safari Edge. So if you put the like 192.168.1.1 like this, that is a default. Most of the router using this IP address. So that one is like implicit is kind of like is using port 80 HTTP. But if we using the terminal, so we are using the port 20. So it only showing the command line view like this. So if without any like UI, like no mouse, no icon, nothing. Okay, so you got the difference.
Yeah, I guess I didn't understand. That was your.
This is my own terminal. Yes, yeah.
I guess I didn't.
So anybody,
Like the web.
yeah. So it's not a web. So it's more my own terminal. I can recommend this one. If you're using MacBook, it's called iTerm. It's really popular for developer. So you can download it. Or another one integrate with the AI. So I can show both of this one. Let me open it. So let me create the. If you're just logged in, remember to change the permission 400. So right now you can see it based on the comment I just input, it have an autofill. So I just like put the arrow to the right. It will help me automatically complete the comment and then put enter. And then I just like enter SSH. So I can do it allow. So even you see right here, I'm using two different terminals and using same SSH, but we can like connect to the same view of it. So even though you can go to the first question, yeah, okay, well, you know, you don't have to change it. So only you just need to do it once. And then where did you put your the certificate? Okay, my document. So you can do it in two ways. We are using map, so you can do it like first the command is right here. So here's the reference is right here because I saved the file is right here. So what we need to do, if you're using map, so you can type it 400 and drag it. So you can drag your file to here. So it will be the path of your file. Or you can change the directory. So the directory will be here. Let me create. Where's your certificate? Depends on where did you save it.
You know, it might just go on your download.
Yeah, if you didn't really care, it should be maybe go to the download. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, change. So remember, put the path of your file. Or you can do one step is I change your folder directory. Let's say if I change it to the right here user. So here's my file and document and then so right here I can have it's a CSCI. CSCI will be 2024. Okay, 4, and then will be CAS CSCI 422. That's what I'm under lab. So once you change the directory, here will be all the files what I have. So you will see my file encryption file is right here. So I can, if I go to the path, then I can do it directly. CSCI. Oops. 422. If you want to follow the comment as the website, you need to change your folder directory. So let your path goes to here first, like go to your folder, then you can execute it directly. If no, then you need to put the complete path for your file. Here's a map, and same as the Windows. If you're using Windows terminal, it's the same. But when you like to copy, because the path will be under maybe C, and then your username, maybe document, or it goes to your download. So either one of it. So how many of you like have stuck on certain process or when you're ready?
I'm getting the CH mod, not nice.
Okay.
I'm just.
Won't have it.
I think I need to bring it like back and forth to say.
Okay, you're sure. Which one are you using?
Because I turned around.
I have.
Yeah. Okay. For the Windows, okay. Because I barely use so if for another one, because for Windows we do have some limitation, and I would recommend if most of the time if we are using Windows, I would recommend you can use the terminal called Putty. It looks pretty old, but it's really like pretty common for developer in the Windows level. So you can try to download this one. It's called Putty, P-U-T-T-Y. Download this one, and you can do it as a server to doing the Simon 400, change the permission. Yeah. And also you can save your server information. Like after you download it, install it, so after you create, you can save this on server, so you can connect later. Yep, one moment.
I'm not sure. Basically, I get somewhere, but you already been there. I'm not sure where to go from.
It's this page, yes, and first step, try to change the access, right?
So from here, I'm trying to say the certification.
Alright, thank you very much.
Okay, now, when you try to open it, this one now, because of the map, so you need to go is, so you can download it. So when you click on it, it's like try to execute it. But we need to go to the file. So you download to, so it's right here. You are download. Okay, so you already have it. And just like you can use it your web terminal.
Alright, so good.
So one now, it was if the way it is right, we need to do, okay, either.
So.
And then put the file. Right here. So you get
This.
Okay. Or you can choose the direction. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm using maps, so. Yeah.
So I changed it. I've learned that both ones change. It's same.
Suppose it didn't say anything. If you want to check, click on the file, get info, because you are using map. So click on the file, get info, and then scroll down sharing and permission. You should able to see read only for your account. So it needs work. But if those if you remember for Windows, if you can change the access right, you can do it not the command line, but you can like right click on your file and then go to property and then change the for learning, for maybe you can use a command line right now. Another way is I go to like right click on your file, property, I think there's an access right user sharing, so you can change the permission. Also say, go to it and then change to read only. And then for everyone, or like if you have any other account, you just remove all the assets. So it will be the same result. Yep.
Read only from the no access for everyone.
Correct.
Okay.
So if you can see that, then it works. Okay. Error public. Okay. I will come and put you show me. Please. Okay. Because right now you don't have the, okay. Here's a problem, there is a part of your program. So either you need to change your direction to your document or put the except. So we cannot do it. This one is. So we need to change this one. Okay, so either is do it using the, I think it's under like user copy. If you try to hear what's the under yours, this is actual. Okay, so either you say this or you can copy it.
I think I'm gonna be. I put in my.
So one way is that you change replace the whole path, or what we need to do like it's like change CD to your user directory, like go accept the file path, then you can just remove the double colon. Okay.
You might not.
Oh, you may, okay. You did it, okay, can you show me your? Where's your permission? Certificate. So first, I will check your Permission. Okay, so why not you can change your permission? So what do you need to do? I think I will show you. So when you need to change it.
Since a virtual.
When you get it, it says two.
I realize there's some common problem when you change the file permission. Maybe it's like first time to you to using the command line. So I will. Okay, because right here, every of you have a different maybe some of you download file to your like download document desktop, different location. When we are using the server command line, especially actually MacBook, and then type also is kind of like Linux server, so it's more convenient for like doing development. Where we can do in the terminal directly, but for Windows, the command line is slightly not the same. Okay, so some of you have an issue. Say, okay, if I try to copy, here's the one of the experience you need to learn. Because online they have different setup. Maybe they will have different assumption. I say like they assume you put it somewhere else or put it over there. If you try to copy the command, and if you want to change the permission, first you will face the problem is do you know which location are you at? Does this file exist? Even you try to copy this command, it doesn't work because you don't have it. Then let me show you what's the suppose like for the computer, like for here is the user file. In this user file, you don't have a certificate. So if you want to change the permission, it doesn't exist. So that's why it always fails. Is there no this file? So we need to go to accept the folder. So we can do it in two different ways. First way is if you're using Mac, just even Windows, you can do it. So just go to find your file. So you will see this. Here's your complete location file. It's a path to your folder. Once you using a complete location, it works. And I can even change the permission. So suppose right now it should be 400. Let me go to the, right now the permission, right? Okay, so right now the permission is 400. Let's say if I want to change it to all would be 755. So it changed. So right now all the permission in change. Could you able to see right here? So once I change to 755, so I own the read and write, and then for others will be for the user group, so they're read only. So you can see the difference. The permission is changed. Okay, so right now one more way we can do is like using the complete path. User, my file, okay, and then and then okay. So right now I change my folder, my location to where I locate. So right now I can see my file right here. Then I can execute the command directly. So I don't have to change the path. I change it and then CSCI like this. So everyone can see the difference between these two ways. So you can either change the Your question?
I was just gonna ask, so the CH mod still does work for Windows, you said to get PuTTY, how do you do it? with
PuTTY.
PuTTY?
Okay, if you're using PuTTY, like after download it, then execute has you. Did you open it? Or not yet?
If this is what it gives me after I download it, like,
Okay.
no.
Okay, the host will be the after the app. So
After
when
the-
you okay, what's the host? Host will be your IP information. So everything behind it will be your server location. So we are using port 22. Okay, sorry, I think it moved. So before it is your user account. So it's Ubuntu. Okay. And I say for Windows as an alternative, if you cannot using the command line, then what we are going to do is just right click, go to property, change the user group. So we can do it in this way. Like go to here and then just like change it, read write and read only. So to remove the access. Okay, so you can do it in this way. And so far, I think would be most of them already able to access it because for the window, it looks different. But I'm using MacBook as a demonstration, so if somebody, so most of them are you able?
So once we drag and drop the certificate in,
Mhm.
then is that when you're supposed to stop, or is there something?
For the enter, the exit.
Yeah, and once, and that's technically when you need to stop.
Yes, yeah, you can stop right here. So you can check like does it work or if you change it to the info right click. Info suppose you should able to see the permission is read only and no access to everyone. Oh. Okay, you are. Oh, so okay, you're good.
All right.
Okay, you're good. So for your next step, you should try to connect to your server, but I will. So the warning is
Yeah.
okay, why not do that? The one next, why not like you are, I mean, this one that. Yeah, it's not set to, only your user is on 400. So what you have to do is change the permission of your file. So it's right here, desktop. And then you can. Okay, you can ready it. So, okay. You see right here, read only and no access. Yes. So you, when it works, and right now you can check your trade. Suppose make a whole code and single.
Is there any that beyond Windows you should mention?
Okay, you need to connect and then. Okay, you say. You do it today. Okay.
No, I believe.
Okay. Maybe. Okay, it works. And then sometimes when you close it, maybe you log out of it, but you can connect. Terminal, if sometimes it kick you out. Okay, just do that.
And then once they're connected, that's it.
Okay, yeah, so it's like mainly for today's lab.
Yeah.
Will be for, here's the last thing, because we always, like when you create a new server, we always have step to update and upgrade your server. So, once you are in the server, let me see, I have so many different connections. Let's say right here, we have two, command line. One is called a sudo. Okay, sometimes if you, one is the update. So sudo apt update. Here's the command right here. So this one, this command is trying to do apt update. So we are going to update the list in your server, because for some application they have some new update. This one update just like fetching a list. If there's some new version, new setting, so fetch it. So after it fetch all the setting, then we will do, okay, we will always try to do apt sudo apt upgrade. Okay, so you see the hyphen in behind. Hyphen means yes. I can skip. So if I don't do that, I would just like pressing the upgrade. It pop out yes. Are you confirmed to doing the upgrade? Yes. Because like for the new server, maybe this image, the even though image maybe few months ago or years ago, they're gonna upgrade. So we want to upgrade for the latest one. Also for security, always say like try to get some updates. So step one, for today's lesson, knowing how to set up the connection. Remember to using your certificate, using the public key certificate to help you to log in. Second thing about the server, like sometimes regularly update your server. And why not do command separately? And we can use, but if you go online, we can see like people try to do it all together. So in this single command, you can copy in this one. And you know, if you learn C purpose, so we are and like, so we are taking same way. It's like, okay, do the first one, update. Second, I was doing the upgrade. And then I put hyphen Y, let's say I confirm yes. Once I copy this one and execute. So it will fetch all the lists. If there's a new upgrade, it will upgrade automatically. And I would recommend as a new server, always reboot it. So that's for today. After you finish, you're able to log in and then update, just reboot your server.
So once you upgrade, we do it.
Yes, finish upgrade. Yeah, because some service application they didn't upgrade or like change unless you reboot or restart the service. So I recommend. Are you still stuck on the wall?
So there you go.
Okay, so these are some of them. Your fingerprint is like they will try to remember. Okay, when you log into some server, so we can save it. Type yes.
Okay.
So you can say yes. Okay, so you save it.
So what is this saying?
SHA 226 is an encryption code. So all this way when we try to connect the server, especially we will say, okay, this server information that connect. So it will help you to access it. So okay, right now you know I connect to some trust computer, like trusted devices, but not like any other devices. So you want to save it. So because right now it's the server you create the instrument, so we will say yes. So once you oh yes, you can do it. Yeah. If you don't remember the command line, then you can do it on the website. Yes. So if you okay, so here's the maybe it's too small. Let me enlarge it. Let me go to here.
I automatically shut it down and you have to different. Those are the things it's gonna do.
Okay. So you can choose like the one on the top, do the update, and then execute the upgrade. Or you can just combine them all together, execute as one now. It looks more professional. Okay, and later after you finish the upgrade, just using sudo will. And what is sudo? It's another group to get the root permission to execute.
It's like very telling it that it's an admin.
Mother is an admin. Then it's like what I'm doing using the because the account name, the username is called the Ubuntu, right? So right now it's under sudo. It's more like so it's a more like an admin group. So for the admin, I can execute. So for example, I can install some applications. I can maybe for some file have limited access. But let's say it's only like for a high level. If we are under sudo, it's kind of more like it for admin. But if you are just regular user, then you cannot do it. Like you cannot take all the action like doing apt is a package management. Say then you cannot execute for regular update. Let's say I can show you.
You can't really do anything without having sudo on it.
Yes, yeah. So sudo is a good. So the first thing, I didn't cover the sudo, but it's a good. So when we working on how to create some like user access about the permission mode, what are those like numbers representing, like what's the 400. Because this one is the step showing you how to create. Just let you have a picture about like how to using the create server and then some like how to change the file permission. So later we'll work on this like more. So we'll access to your file. To those the next it will be going to be kind of like first assignment for you, just pretty easy, just to make a screenshot, like how do you create your server, yeah. And also try to share your IP, yeah. Yes. Okay, why not check your traffic? You are not on the server. You already rebooted it, so you already just connect to your server. What you need to do, remember to connect to your server. Server, when that's your server, and then do it on your server. So let's say you want to do update, APT, update. Remember, always check your location. Like, are you connected to your server or are you still in your local direction? You can do it, yeah, keep on doing it, yeah. Yeah.
Through the first time and I decided just to check to see if everything was upgraded.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because they will like, their dependence, you know, if you don't update your first one, we keep going, yeah. And it's almost time, so that's it for today's lab. Well, I know some of them you cannot access it, so I will share. Actually, for creating the accounts extra, so I will try to create maybe 1 or 2 instances to let you to access to experience how to connect. Okay. And
So what is the tech wide?
the tech one.
The tech wide, what is that?
Okay, the hyphen one is for yes. So if you don't put the yes, when it will pop up, right, are you confirmed to install the package? Then you need to do it by yourself, like press Y. And then it will continue to install. It asks for confirmation. But if I put hyphen Y, it means that, okay, I input yes, just do it. Yeah. You don't have to like ask me to, for another like confirmation. And that's it for today's lab. So To those not able to do it, or you will do it later. And it's going to have, I will talk about the first assignment, incoming task, but it's pretty easy, just like make a screenshot, show me you able to create your server. Yeah. And pretty easy first assignment, hopefully. Okay. And right now I'm connected to the server. What I need to do, I have several pieces. Okay. So what I need to do, I'll close it. Okay, so that's it for today's lab, and it's time. Thank you.
We're already like connected with
Yeah, so for the assignment of coming Thursday, so I will tell you like what's the first assignment. So if you're able to do it, you're done. Yes, yeah, but maybe next class I will ask you maybe more than you say. Yeah. For the assignment. So basically, once you're able to create an S connect to it, you will have like 90% of your assignment.